Okay, I think we can get this to work now. Maybe. We'll see. This will be the last attempt. I'm just going to go for it and see how it goes. Should be streaming now. There we go. Just need to make a quick change and then we're all good. Okay. All right, think we're all good now. All right, apologize for the delay, but we'll get started now. So, let's start, I guess. I guess that's good enough. Okay, so welcome everybody. I'm just going to be analyzing some stuff today. The current state of Bitcoin, what's going on. So I guess we'll start. Sorry for the delay. But let's go. I hope the resolution and everything looks fine. Sorry, just recovering from a cold. So, as per my last video, which I'll just quickly bring up here. Right here, the final straw for Bitcoin. If any of you watched this.
And crypto. In the next week, we could possibly see a massive price move. But not just a massive price move. I don't know if this audio is going to show up. But an integral price move that could end up setting the precedent for the current new year. The Fed on February 1st had a interest rate hike by 25%.
Yeah.
So
the Fed hike rate that's going to go on. I use this website all the time, Cryptocraft. It's pretty good. Just kind of showcases upcoming events and news, stuff like that. So in about 2 days, we're getting these CPI numbers. And if we look here on Bitcoin, it did break through these EMAs right here. If you come to the video,
federal funds rate,
when I go to my technical analysis,
2.5 years. This area,
where's my technical analysis?
And in crypto. Yeah. But will it be a permanent bounce? And none right now. If you look on Bitcoin, Bitcoin's at a point of resistance. It's at a very crucial point of resistance in here. It looks like it's about to fall through.
Yeah, it looks like it's about to fall through, and it did. Again, I apologize for any coughing. Had COVID for a bit there. But yeah, as you can see right here, it fell through those EMAs. And now we're seeing, obviously, a bit of a bounce back at support here. That's inevitable, obviously, as it's support, and we still haven't had a confirmation from CPI numbers or anything like that, but I'd say that this is fairly bearish still. This is a massive shorting opportunity. I did short here, still in my short. I'm not going to show my short. I might show current trades later in the future, but right now I'm going to stray away from that. But you can see here that we broke through these EMAs. If you look on the 4-hour, we're getting a bit dodgy up here. There's all this kind of consolidation. It was still in an upward trend. This right here, this is probably a bear trap for some people. Some people probably got people got stopped out here for sure. And this right here took out a lot of short stops. Thankfully, I set my short stop above this. I posted it in my private Telegram group that no one has access to, except for me and a few friends. which might be made public later, but not sure. But if you look right here, this was kind of a capitulation moment, in a sense. If you flip the chart around, it was almost like a capitulation event. But it capitulated, and we saw the turn to the downside right here. This right here break through previous lows, and we came crashing down to this support level right here. But what's the move in the future? What is the next and the current thing to do? Well, I'd recommend to anybody, and this is not financial advice, of course. This is just me spewing out of my mouth, which is funny. But I would not personally buy into anything here, or possibly even short anything here, because as you see, we've got this confirmation, in a sense, that this wasn't the move to the upside, and this is not a breakout. However, these CPI numbers come out in 2 days on what? Tuesday? Yeah, on Tuesday, on Valentine's Day. If these are good numbers, they aren't. They don't affect the market negatively. We could see the US 30 here completely push through this pennant it's in and have a great break to the upside, and that could push crypto too. That's the thing, is with these news releases, it kind of destroys any chart pattern that was there before. So you can't be, in these scenarios, you can't be completely reliant on just the chart patterns completely and utterly. But obviously they're extremely integral to the process of determining what future price is going to entail as well. So yeah, right here we've got this great push down. And the thing about buying or shorting right now in this scenario is that, say you want to buy off of the support, right? Even though despite we've already had this push down right here, if you want to buy right here into the support zone, catch this bounce, I mean, like, if you're trading on a really short time frame, you're not swing trading, then I would then I'd say it would completely make sense. And that's that style of trading, but that's not the style of trading that I do, that I work with, that I teach. This right here is, especially with the CPI numbers coming out, this is just a quick bounce for the shorters, the scalpers, and then we'll see another bounce or a flush to the downside. So as far as I'm concerned, Bitcoin's looking great for my short. I think I did a great job predicting what was going to happen, and it followed through pretty perfectly. So far, I believe my track record on Bitcoin, all the videos I've done, which funny enough don't get many views. The shorts and TikToks and that horse shit get more views, but the ones that actually matter, the ones that, you know, are profitable for me, are really the videos, because they provide, you know, real information, and that's where you can get kind of an in-depth view and really see what's going on through my head. And right here again, we see all this buying. This is buying the dip, and then you see, oh shit, this right here is telling me that people are like, oh shit, this isn't the dip. And now we've got another dead cat bounce, of course. But yeah, Bitcoin's looking great. Now the question of where is this going to go next? Well, as I said, this could be cataclysmic when the CPI numbers come out in 2 days. We could see this could annihilate crypto. This could annihilate everything. If I'm going to draw levels, which I will here in a second, let me just get out my tool. Parallel channel. This level right here, any previous significance? I'd say, yeah, that right there. This level between 18.5 to 17.6. And if I were to go for another, I'd definitely say a bounce somewhere in this range right here. So that's these numbers are so confusing. That's 21 211 to 201 essentially. So these levels are going to be pretty crucial for bounce territory. Depending on how everything goes, of course. This level right here, this could break through this, and this could be stop hunters. This could be stop hunted, and we could see a bounce right here, and then another push to the upside. Of course, it's not certain. Of course, we don't know for sure, but that's definitely a possibility. If we see a complete annihilation, we could even see a breakdown, all the way down here to 16.3. If you notice in Bitcoin, it's very common, especially in these huge bearish moves. You see a lot of sideways movement, and then you see like a week of insane buying or a few days of insane buying, and then you just see it get crushed in one day. There's always one really big red candle, as you can see here. This one was insane. I don't know if I caught I don't think I caught the short on this one, but this one, like this red candle's insane. It's so big. Same with this one. This one. You just see that it's very common for that to happen. And that's what's happening right now. So if you think that this is just a short-term pullback, you're dead wrong. In most scenarios. From previous price action, for previous analysis, that's just not going to be the case. But if you look here on US 30, S&P 500, we've got this pennant we're still in. Obviously, it's the weekend, so we're not going to see any, price action, price movement. But same thing I've got to say about this. This one, since it's in this pennant, for those of you who don't know this pennant chart patterns in any scenario are fairly. This could either go up or down. It's a very chaotic pattern. It could, if it breaks to the downside, it's bearish. If it breaks to the upside, it's bullish. It's really that simple. It's not like a flag or a descending wedge or an ascending triangle or anything like that. They're very they're very kind of unpredictable. But yeah, for the US 30 here, we're probably gonna see a move down to if I start charting for a bit. Around these levels are most likely 32 to 35. That area is, in my opinion, that's most likely. Again, due to these interest rates, this is gonna blow. This is gonna be tough for everybody. As I said in my video, this isn't just the start of a short-term pullback. This could be this could be the catalyst for the new year and send everything completely plummeting, sending cauliflower to $30 fucking at a store. So, but of course, that's the thing. I don't know. It's all speculative, but from what my guess is, what I think, it's fairly likely that that's the case for this. But essentially, with this, there's not much to say. I wanted to do a quick follow-up live stream where I just did a quick analysis of it, but essentially, from this video,
once these CPI numbers are released and they're negative, this is gonna completely crash, as well as the US 30 and the S&P 500. All I am saying is,
it's essentially just confirming that this was correct. As I said in the video,
to be cautious. Done coming back in the next year and a half or 2 years.
I don't know exactly where I said
all the way to the end.
But I did say that this looked like it was gearing up, and it could have pushed forward if I bring this back a bit. When it was getting up here, it was like, okay, this is looking good. It's following EMAs a bit. It's looking decent. It could have a push to the upside, but that was obviously met with, selling, right? If you look on a shorter time frame, yeah, it's like it's pushing up. That candle right there was pretty good. We had a bit of a push down, push up. This right here was rejected. So in this span of time from this descending resistance line right here, we met at 1, 2, almost 3, 4 times, and it still got rejected. So, it showed that there was not enough buying to push that forward. And if you see in the past, usually it's a touch. Usually see here 1, 2, 3, 4, you have a few days that were almost, near it, then came down. It came up one day and then it pushed back down. You have 2 days here where it was floating around this area, then it came back down. But right here you have 4 almost completely separate occasions where it touched it, it came down, it touched it, it came very down, it touched it, it came down a bit, it touched it, and it came down again. From what I've seen, if it can't push that level and it keeps coming down and you're seeing lower lows, if that happens and you're seeing higher lows, that makes sense, and that was kind of happening a bit here, but it wasn't very concise, it wasn't very clear. The US 30 clearly had a rejection at this price point. And we saw a rejection. So my hypothesis, I guess you could say in this video, that it was quickly mentioned
fairly good
that there
so
could have
far.
been
However,
a push right here. This looks like there could have been a push. There could have been a breakout to a previous resistance level, which is extremely plausible. But it obviously didn't manage to do that, and it came down. So now essentially with possible price in the future, with where it's headed, with what we're gonna do, I'm just waiting on what's gonna happen. We'll see what happens. We're waiting on CPI numbers to be released. Once those get released, we'll get confirmation on things. And right when those numbers are released, we'll see drastic moves super quickly. So that's essentially what we're waiting for. But I can do some analysis on some other coins as well. I'll show you my current watch list. So Ethereum, obviously, we had breakdown of this resistance level here along with Bitcoin. It followed Bitcoin a bit. We got a bit of a bull trap there. But XRP here. XRP's in a bit of a pennant almost. failed to break out of this resistance line right here, obviously. But if we see this crash, depending on how things are going to go, I'd pay attention to XRP because the chart is looking half decent. It's looking okay. So that's something to look at. As well as Matic, I believe. Matic is looking very, very good right now. I'd say Matic, possibly from what I've seen, is one of the best charts in crypto to look at right now. It's just forming a classic pattern here, and this could rip up to, some very positive levels right here. So I'd watch out for Matic for sure. But also the AI sector of crypto has had recent moves that have been absolutely huge. And I'd suggest looking into that. If you look here, we've got a bit of a pattern going on NMR here, and I believe you can trade NMR on Binance. But NMR is looking absolutely fantastic, and if we see this push to the downside on Bitcoin here, and then we see a bounce again, if it's not the complete catalyst to bring us down to our knees, essentially, in the crypto and economic sphere, as Bitcoin's coming down, we could see NMR come up to this trend line right here and just absolutely rip here to huge levels. So the 3 coins I'd say to watch out for right now, coming up to the CPI numbers and after the CPI numbers, are Matic and NMR mainly. They look so prime. They look so ready to be traded, to make some money off them, to get some profitable gains. Yeah, might make a video on those 3, but if you're interested in buying these, I'd say what you want first is you want everything to crash. 'Cause the current state of Bitcoin, I wouldn't want to be buying into a coin that's primed for a breakout and a super huge push to the upside until you kind of get some confirmation on what the future holds and what we're most likely to see and get ready for. So that's all I'd say about that, is just, be a bit cautious and prime yourself. But yeah, that's all I've got to say today for everybody. To anybody that watched this, I appreciate it. But watch out for yourself. And watch those coins because, after Bitcoin's done its current move, we could see some great results coming up. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.